If you've been scrolling through entertainment headlines the last couple of days, you've probably seen some version of this story. Ripa very concerned over David Muir. And naturally, when a headline like that hits your feed, your brain jumps straight to worst-case scenarios. Is David Muir okay? Is something wrong with his health? Did something happen behind the scenes at ABC? Well, today we're breaking down exactly what happened, why Kelly said what she said, and why this story is really a celebration of one of daytime television's most enduring friendships rather than a cause for alarm. For anyone who hasn't been following along, David Muir is the anchor of ABC's flagship broadcast, World News Tonight, and he's also become something of a recurring guest star on Live with Kelly and Mark. His friendship with Ripa and her husband, Mark Consuelos, goes back years, long before Mark ever sat in that co-host chair. David has been a fixture in their orbit, showing up on the show, commenting on their family milestones, and even weighing in on their kids' achievements. Just a few months ago, in April, David publicly congratulated Mark and the couple's son, Joaquin, after they both appeared in Broadway productions. He posted about attending Joaquin's show and gushed over the cast, and he was among the very first people to comment on Kelly's own Instagram post celebrating Mark's Broadway debut in a different production. It's the kind of relationship where the support runs in both directions, professional colleagues, sure, but also genuinely close friends who show up for each other's big moments. So when David sat down on the Live, said on July 3rd, it wasn't some rare, awkward reunion. It was two old friends catching up on camera the way they've done countless times before. Except this time, David had some pretty exhausting news to share. Here's what actually happened. David Muir appeared on the July 3rd episode of Live with Kelly and Mark to promote a massive Disney and ABC 4th of July special, a sprawling 24-hour live broadcast built around America's Independence Day celebrations. We're talking a marathon of coverage kicking off at 10 p.m. on Friday night with a segment inside the Statue of Liberty, then rolling straight through the overnight hours and into Saturday morning. This isn't a small production either. The special features appearances from major names like Mr. Beast, Reba McEntire, Tim McGraw, Brandi Carlile, and Nick Jonas, and David is positioned right at the center of it all as the anchor guiding viewers through the entire event. When Mark Consuelos found out just how long David would be on air, he did what any friend would do. He asked him directly, "You're doing 24 hours?" Mark asked the news anchor during the broadcast. And David, seemingly unbothered by the sheer scale of what he'd signed up for, simply confirmed it, telling Mark that yes, the full 24 hours was happening. That's when Kelly jumped in with a line that's now made headlines across entertainment outlets. Only half joking, she reacted with genuine surprise, essentially telling David he should be sleeping instead of prepping for an all-night broadcast, and admitting she was very concerned about how he was going to survive the marathon shift. David, ever the professional, laid out his schedule for her, explaining that by 5 in the morning on Saturday, he'd be live on top of the Walt Disney Building overlooking the Hudson River, continuing the broadcast without missing a beat. So to be crystal clear, this wasn't concern over an illness, injury, or anything alarming happening behind closed doors at ABC. This was Ripa, in classic Ripa fashion, reacting to her friend voluntarily signing up for what sounds like one of the most physically demanding on-air assignments of the year. It's the kind of banter she and Mark are known for on their show, warm, funny, and rooted in real affection rather than any kind of scandal. Naturally, once outlets picked up on the exchange, headlines ran with the dramatic phrase, "very concerned," and that alone was enough to generate buzz across entertainment news sites and social media. Fans of the show, many of whom have followed the Kelly-David-Mark friendship for years, quickly clarified in comment sections that this wasn't anything serious, just Kelly being Kelly, looking out for a friend the way she always does on air. There's a long history of viewers loving these unscripted moments between the two, precisely because they feel so genuine compared to a lot of the more polished promotional interviews you see on morning television. Meanwhile, entertainment reporters covering the 4th of July broadcast used the moment as a fun hook to build excitement around Disney and ABC's holiday programming, essentially turning Kelly's reaction into free promotion for David's marathon anchoring gig. It's a smart bit of synergy, whether intentional or not, a lighthearted, relatable moment from Live. ends up driving curiosity about a massive network special airing the same week. So why does a seemingly small moment like this matter in the bigger entertainment picture? For one, it reinforces just how valuable authentic celebrity friendships have become in daytime and morning television. Audiences today are incredibly savvy. They can spot manufactured chemistry from a mile away. What keeps people coming back to shows like Live is exactly this kind of unscripted, believable interaction between people who actually like each other. Kelly's concern, even in jest, humanizes both her and David in a way that scripted segments simply can't replicate. It also speaks to the increasingly blurred lines between hard news and entertainment programming. David Muir is one of the most trusted names in broadcast journalism, anchoring a serious nightly news program. Yet here he is bantering on a daytime talk show about pulling an all-nighter for a holiday special featuring Mr. Beast and pop stars. That crossover appeal is incredibly valuable for networks like ABC and Disney, who benefit when their news talent can move seamlessly between serious reporting and lighter entertainment content, expanding their reach across completely different audience segments. And for Kelly and Mark specifically, moments like this continue to reinforce their show's identity as a place where real relationships play out on camera, which is part of why Live with Kelly and Mark has remained a staple of daytime programming, even as the media landscape shifts dramatically around them. Looking ahead, don't be surprised if David Muir makes another appearance on Live. Once the 4th of July special wraps up, likely to recap how the marathon broadcast went and probably to swap stories about just how exhausted he was by the end of it. Given their history, it's almost guaranteed Kelly will bring it up again, probably teasing him about surviving the overnight shift. There's also a good chance we'll see more crossover moments like this throughout the year, especially as ABC and Disney continue leaning into big live events that require their top talent, including news anchors, to step outside their usual formats. If this 4th of July special performs well in the ratings, expect similar large-scale broadcasts in the future, and expect David's friendship with Kelly and Mark to keep generating these kinds of buzzy, feel-good headlines. At the end of the day, this story is a great reminder that not every dramatic-sounding headline in the entertainment world is actually about drama. Kelly Ripa's admission that she was very concerned about David Muir wasn't about a health scare or a behind-the-scenes conflict. It was simply one friend worrying about another taking on a grueling 24-hour live broadcast for Disney and ABC's 4th of July celebration. It's a small moment, but it perfectly captures why audiences love this particular friend group so much, and why their easy, genuine chemistry keeps drawing viewers back to Live again and again. So what do you think? Was Kelly's concern totally justified, or is David Muir just built different when it comes to marathon broadcasts? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know if you caught the 4th of July special, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more entertainment news updates just like this one.